That's from a pretty traditional classic rock station to mainstream rock.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, to some real good response, too, from listeners, and it's given us a chance to go deeper into your catalog.
Yeah, brilliant. How long has the Octopus been on air now?
We've been on the air since 94.
Okay, that's brilliant.
Yeah, and we just switched to mainstream rock back in April of this year.
Fantastic.
So it's allowed us to play some deeper stuff like Heading Out on the Highway,
right,
and Heads Are Gonna Roll and stuff like
wonderful.
that. Yeah,
that's incredible news.
So in the next few days, we'll be starting to debut the Christmas stuff, of course.
Oh yeah, this is why I'm so excited about obviously the opportunities that are coming up around the holiday season for this music. Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, let's go. This tape is rolling, and let's say hi to the metal god himself, Mr. Rob Halford. Hey, Rob.
What's up, Perry? What's up, Octopus? Good to be with you guys.
Hey, man, and good to have you. And congratulations on the release of this new CD, Rob. Winter Songs. Can you tell us about it, man?
Well, this is a great opportunity for me to do something that I've wanted to make musically for as long as I can remember. The holidays are important to me, like they are to everybody, and particularly with the association of music that we enjoy around the feasting and the drinking and the good times and the being with the families and the relatives and the loved ones and this, that, and the other. So, I always have music playing in the background, and I'm familiar with a lot of the traditional stuff that we all know and love so well, and some of the more recent stuff by various people in my own kind of lifestyle of music, rock and metal and so forth. So here was an opportunity to make my contribution. It's called Winter Songs. It's on the new Metal God Records label, which is a production company within Metal God Entertainment. This is our first official release. We've had a series of previous releases supporting some of the Halford back catalogue. But this is a new release for us, and it's a collection of I guess, a lot of people's favourites, like O Come Emmanuel and We Three Kings, O Come All You Faithful, that kind of thing. And the treatment that the guys in the band have given it, or given these songs, is absolutely first class. I mean, it's when you say these titles of these songs, immediately the music kind of pops into your head, and so I think you kind of you maybe preempt what you're going to hear, but I think if you check out the Halford band's version of some of these wonderful holiday classics, you'll be surprised, I think, and you'll be entertained and have good times with the whole experience.
In listening to it too, Rob, the thing that amazes me is not only the first of all, the music just really, really rocks, man. I mean, it's got a great metal edge to it, but you come off sounding. I mean, it sounds completely from the heart. You come off sounding completely sincere.
Yeah, I think that's important, no matter what you do, Perry. I think that's the element that all musicians have in terms of empathizing with the music that they make, particularly from the singer's point of view. I mean, all of us can sing, and singing comes from, it's internal, and you've really got to kind of show your conviction and your belief in the messages. The messages are the primary factors in letting people know what you talking about, how you're feeling about things in life, especially. So, yeah, thank you for noting that. I loved it, I'm blessed with this voice that can do many, many things, and it's an opportunity for me to use the voice in some of these fantastic songs that I've loved for so long.
All right. Talking to Rob Halford about the new CD with Halford 3 called Winter Songs. So were you guys working on this when the whole British Steel 30th anniversary tour was happening? Or?
Oh, man, yeah, 30 years of British Steel. Can you believe it? It's incredible. I mean, we were over in Europe getting ready to come back to America for this past second leg that finished recently, this past summer, and we were looking to try and do something a little bit different. And somebody mentioned British Steel is turning 30 years of youthfulness next spring 2010, and that was all we needed to get the party started early. So we had a great time making those shows. And while I was making those shows and doing my other work with Priest, the band that leads me in my life with everything I do, the rest of the guys in the Halford band were hard at work doing all of the arrangements for this material. That they did incredible work. I mean, the musicianship is just first rate, and it was pretty much presented to me in its complete form. You know, all I had to do was put my parts onto the finished songs. But we did have a couple of cool moments with some original tracks that we created as well to bump it up to 10 tracks on this release. So all in all, it was a combined effort from different parts of the world as we were all traveling and working.
And what was the song I really, really dug? I think, oh man, oh crap! I don't have the CD and I don't have the website in front of me.
Well, was it one of the original ones or one of the?
No, you know, Winter Song starts out with the acoustic guitar and all that. It was.
It was. Yeah, that's the title track, Winter Song, that was written by Sarah Bareilles from Canada. I think that might be the one you're talking about, Perry. It starts with Roy playing this really kind of cool little acoustic phrasing.
Yeah,
it's a really beautiful song. It's quite delicate, but it's strong in message. And I was just looking myself at other opportunities to add some more dimensions to this record, because I think no matter what you try and do, for your fans especially, is to give everybody the best experience in as many ways as you can. And I was looking for this type of sentiment, this type of emotion, and when I discovered this song, I thought, oh man, I got to cover this. You know, this is just a beautiful, beautiful song by this great, talented songwriter from Canada, Sarah Bareilles, and that's how we put that together. This was our interpretation of that song that she wrote recently.
All right. Well, it is quite a wonderful surprise, man. Winter Songs from Halford 3, and if you're a Judas Priest fan or a metal fan, I mean, this belongs in your collection right here to pop out every time the holidays roll around. And it's been a dream of mine for as long as I can remember to make this kind of music, just because the holidays are important to me. Like I said earlier, for everybody we celebrate this event, regardless, what your background might be and where your connections might be on a faith-based level. But I'm really happy that it's been completed, and I hope to be in there from now on with all of the other wonderful talent that we listen to each Christmas time that comes around, and. The fans will check it out and enjoy it and add it to their collection, as you say, Perry. There's just such a wonderful selection of different music by incredibly talented artists from all walks of life. I mean, around the holidays, I have the local what's it called, music channel plus or something on the cable TV. You just put the music on in the background, and there's incredible stuff from people from way back, like Tony Bennett or Eartha Kitt or Andy Williams or Bing Crosby, and all of those wonderful, wonderful holiday songs that most of us know of. But more recent stuff, obviously, my mates from Twisted Sister, Dee Snider, and the boys had a great release a couple of years ago with their interpretation of some of these great songs. So we're all contributing one way or the other, and for people from our world, the metalheads, the rockheads, I think we need more of our own kind of material. So this is what I think some of us are attempting to do. So check it out. Yeah. No. I was going to say that this is right up there with the album that Dee put out a couple of years back.
Yeah.
I mean, it really just holds up. It stands up, man.
Yeah, and I love Dee's record. It's got a great atmosphere and a great vibe about it. It's what you'd expect from Dee and the boys. It's a wonderful record. Equally, I think that there's an association with the way I present my interpretations of music, and so we're all offering something different. It's all the same, but it's all different, and that's the joy of picking and choosing and seeing what's right for yourself.
All right, we're talking to Rob Halford, his wonderful new Christmas album, Halford 3 Winter Songs, and it's out now, and go get it, man, and put it on. It's fantastic, and we're going to play some. And Rob, looking ahead, since we've never talked before, you and I've never had a chance to meet you, but I've always lived vicariously through our listeners who have gone to see your concerts, and the tour, of course, last year was kind of cut short with Whitesnake. I mean,
yes,
the Whitesnake part.
Yes, sadly, it was. David had a serious throat problem, but I hear he's back now and he's fighting fit and he's well.
Oh, great!
Yeah, and on another note of health, my good friend Ronnie Dio, who's been diagnosed with an illness, and I've just had an email from Wendy, actually, his wife, saying that he's starting treatment this week. I wish him all my love and best wishes. He's a great friend of mine, an incredible singer. And I'm sure he'll be back on the stages of the world like David is, and we're all out there still doing what we love to do.
Yeah, Rob Halford, God, great to talk to you, man. And go get Winter Songs from Halford 3. It's out there now, and check out Rob's. You have a website, I think. Was that a Judas Priest site? I can't remember.
Yeah, the website's amazing. It's been up for a number of years now, Perry. It's called it's robhalford.com. It's a really comprehensive website. It's not just for myself. Primarily, obviously, it's related to what I do, but it's a very broad-based website where musicians can kind of hook up and put bands together. We've got business information. We've got all these little subdivisions in the site, like chat rooms and quorums where you can, let off steam or whatever. It's a fantastic location, and we've got the Metal God apparel clothing line in there as well. It's just a lot of fun just to go in there and noodle around and see what suits you in your own metal adventures. So that's open 24/7, robhalford.com.
All right. Well, let's wish a very Merry Christmas to Mr. Rob Halford. And
thank you, Perry. I wish the same to you, my friend, and all the Octopus listeners at 95.9. This is great. I've had a fantastic time talking to you all. I wish you all the best for the holiday season and look forward to coming back to your part of the world and doing some shows next year.
All right, man. Well, just between you and me, man, as far as guys, everybody I talked to, I said, hey, I'm talking to Rob Halford this morning. And they're like, oh, he's such a great guy. He's such a nice guy, And being, you cut kind of an imposing figure maybe up on stage, and especially, with the edge of the music and everything. But, man, it's good to talk to a down-to-earth, guy that just...
I do what I do. I love what I do. I think all of us that have that persona on stage... we're up there, we're entertaining, we believe it, we have this great relationship with the fans that support us. But I've always said, for as long as I can remember, Perry, how much I love radio, American rock radio especially. I've been associated with American rock radio since I first came to America in the mid-70s, I think it was. And in those days, there were a handful of stations playing the kind of music that we were all learning to love. Metal was still a very brand new experience, but radio just embraced Judas Priest and metal in general. So I know that's what you guys are doing at the Octopus, Perry. So we're all part of the big heavy metal community, as we call it.
Yeah, and it seems to just be getting more popular day by day. I don't know if it's thanks in part due to Rock Band and Guitar Hero and stuff like that, but man, I mean, I'm hearing and programming and more Judas Priest now than ever. So.
Yeah, it's just there's the saying, what comes around goes around. I mean, to an extent, it's true, and you point out the important things that have happened in more recent years to take music from a band like Priest into a new generation, and that's with these incredible video games. I mean, I come from the land of Pong. Remember Pong? That one?
Yeah, me too, man.
Sit in the bar with two little paddles and this white thing that went across a black screen.
Right.
Now, I was just involved with Jack Black and in the Brutal Legend game that's out right now, and you look at the sophistication in the way that is presented. It's unbelievable. And then you've got this Avatar movie coming out, which is now a video game. Everything's blurring, between what's real and what's fantasy. But the cool thing is the support that the music plays to these incredible inventions like Rock Band and Guitar Hero, and so there's an opportunity for not only for bands like Priest, but for all musicians to reach out in another dimension. But I tell you what, at the end of the day, radio is it for me. Radio is what it's all about. It's keeping the message pure and simple. So I thank you for what you're doing for me at the Octopus, Perry.
God, Rob, thank you for taking the time out today, man. It's wonderful to meet you here on the phone.
All right. I hope we'll meet in person and shake hands, have a drink.
Yes, indeed.
I wish you all the best for the holiday
all right,
season.
Man.
All right, Perry.
Very good, Rob. Merry
right.
Christmas, man.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.